The digital world never sleeps. While most of us scroll, chat, and stream, a hidden underworld of cybercriminals thrives in the shadows, scheming, deceiving, and stealing trust one click at a time. But, between April and August of 2025, that underworld was hit with a global shockwave. In a sweeping multinational operation led by Interpol, authorities from 40 countries united to recover approximately $439 million in stolen assets, cash, crypto, and property, all tied to cyber-enabled financial crimes. More than 68,000 bank accounts and nearly 400 cryptocurrency wallets were frozen in what's now being called one of the largest coordinated cyber fraud crackdowns in history. This massive sting operation, codenamed Operation HAECHI VI, wasn't a lucky break. It was the latest phase in a global strategy targeting the fastest-growing category of modern crime, online financial fraud. The operation zeroed in on everything from voice phishing and romance scams to investment fraud, online sextortion, illegal gambling rings, and the ever-rising menace of business email compromise, or BEC, a scheme that has quietly drained billions from corporations worldwide. And in South Korea, a joint operation with the UAE stopped a forged shipping document scam in its tracks, saving roughly $3.9 million before it could vanish overseas. Each case showed the same thing: fraud has evolved into an organized international business. So, today's cybercriminals, they actually run like corporations. They've got departments for everything: recruitment for money mules, IT teams that build fake sites, accountants dedicated to laundering, and, believe it or not, even HR for recruiting scammers. And their business model is all about ruthless efficiency. Instead of relying on one big heist, they really thrive on thousands of small ones. Each victim might lose just a few $1,000s, but when you multiply that across continents, the payout, well, it becomes absolutely enormous. Here's how the whole machinery worked. Voice phishing networks, which are also known as vishing mills, would impersonate banks or government agencies, pressuring victims to reveal their credentials or approve fraudulent transfers. Romance scams, on the other hand, build emotional relationships with their targets, manipulating them into investing in fake trading apps. Then there were crypto investment schemes, promising these impossible profits and vanishing overnight. And of course, business email compromise attacks. Those would spoof legitimate invoices, diverting corporate payments straight into hacker-controlled accounts. Once the money was in, laundering networks sent it through layers: shell companies, prepaid cards, voucher systems, and crypto mixers, crossing borders way faster than regulation could ever catch up. For years, law enforcement was always one step behind. But Operation HAECHI VI, well, that really flipped the script. The key difference was coordination and technology. Interpol and partner agencies connected banks, crypto exchanges, and telecom operators into a single alert system. They used blockchain analytics to trace wallets, AI to flag suspicious payment patterns, and iGrip to freeze transfers within hours instead of weeks. When you connect 40 nations, you don't just catch criminals, you choke their infrastructure. The message to scammers was loud and clear: your money trail is no longer invisible. Interpol's Financial Crime and Anti-Corruption Center, IFCC, reported that the operation not only recovered assets but also stopped new crimes in progress. That's honestly unprecedented. According to Theos Badej, the center's director pro tempore, HAECHI, shows that meaningful difference can be made when countries work as one. The statement hit home because it's true. The victims of cyber fraud aren't just numbers. They're families who lost life savings, businesses pushed into bankruptcy, seniors tricked into giving away pensions. So, what does this mean for everyone outside the investigation rooms? For you, reading this, it means we're all living inside the same global network, where your online banking app, your phone, and your crypto wallet are all potential targets. Scammers don't care where you live, they only care how fast they can reach your account. Understanding the threat landscape is step one. Those urgent text messages from your bank, those suspicious investment DMs that email asking you to update your billing info, each is an entry point into a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem of deceit. Step 2 is to know how money actually moves once it's stolen. It doesn't disappear, it moves. It moves across banks, exchanges, and borders in seconds, often converted into crypto, broken down into microtransactions, and funneled into new wallets. That's how HAECHI investigators caught it, by tracking these digital breadcrumbs. Step 3 is prevention, which is honestly way better than recovery. Because even though hundreds of millions were seized, that's really just a fraction of what's lost globally each year. Cybercrime is estimated to cost the world over $10 trillion annually by 2025. most victims unfortunately never see their money again. So, the real defense isn't about waiting for law enforcement to step in, it's about strengthening your own digital hygiene. Use multi-factor authentication. Always verify unexpected messages, and treat investment offers promising quick riches as, well, big red flags. Legitimate institutions never pressure you to act right now. And if you do get caught, act immediately. Contact your bank, freeze transfers, and file a report. The faster the response, the higher the chance of recovery. For banks and fintech platforms, HAECHI VI was a serious wake-up call. Regulators are now urging institutions to integrate real-time payment monitoring, crypto forensics, and AI-driven anomaly detection into their anti-money laundering systems. Governments are being pushed to adopt dual authorization systems for welfare payments and to implement strict controls for changing account details. Even telecom providers are being roped in to help identify mass vishing campaigns at the network level. Still, as successful as HAECHI VI was, investigators are, cautious. Criminals evolve faster than policy. They're already moving deeper into decentralized finance, privacy coins, and AI-driven scams that can honestly mimic real voices and faces. Fraudsters have learned to disguise themselves not just as businesses, but as the people we trust most. And that's why this global victory, while massive, isn't final. It's really an arms race between innovation and exploitation. The tools that make modern finance faster and more convenient, instant payments, crypto wallets, cross-border banking, are the same ones criminals weaponize. Every technological leap forward comes with a shadow. But HAECHI VI proved something way bigger than any single seizure. It proved that international unity can actually beat digital crime. 40 countries coordinated, 68,000 accounts frozen, and $439 million pulled back from criminal hands. And honestly, that's only the beginning. What started as a fight against scattered fraud has now become a blueprint for defending the digital economy itself. As Interpol's investigators closed their reports in August 2025, one conclusion echoed across every single briefing room: the era of untouchable cyber fraudsters is ending. But let's be real, the threat never disappears entirely. Right now, someone somewhere is probably crafting the next get-rich-quick ad or deepfake call script. So before you click that next link or reply to that too-good-to-be-true message, remember, your vigilance is the first firewall. Because while global operations can recover hundreds of millions, 1 second of awareness can honestly save everything you own. And if this story made you think twice before trusting that mystery text or new investment pitch, do the smart thing. Like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of the biggest cybercrime cases, financial trends, and real-world defenses you can use right now. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay one click ahead of the scammers.